Welcome to Knowledge SMP. Now, what makes this SMP different from all the other SMPs? Well, this SMP is purely based on knowledge, or rather, crafting. In Knowledge SMP, you can gain and lose crafting recipes, or how we like to call it, knowledge. Let me explain. In Knowledge SMP, there's 5 punishments for dying. Your first death will unfortunately make you lose the entire branch of diamonds, or rather, not being able to craft with them, making the first death of any player have a huge impact on their future on this series. And if it wasn't already bad enough, your second death will make you lose the entire gold branch, meaning you can no longer craft items like golden apples or golden carrots. The next death after that will make you unable to craft any ranged weapons like bows, crossbows, fishing rods, or even arrows, making you completely powerless in ranged combat. The fourth death is enchanting, so if you do die 4 times, you will lose the knowledge to enchant your items. And the final death is iron. Iron is probably one of the most useful things in Minecraft, and not having the power to craft with it makes it almost completely useless. And if you lose all those tiers, you will be lost. A player who has forgotten and lost all knowledge. An important thing to know is if you ever lose crafting recipes for an item, it only means you can't craft it anymore, but you can still obtain it by either gaining it from other players or even be obtained in villages, ruin portals, and etc. On the player list, each and everyone's tiers will be displayed, and even beside their name tag, making other members aware of who exactly is in power and who isn't. So we talked about losing knowledge. Well, what about gaining knowledge? The knowledge you've gained will not be displayed anywhere on the server, making it completely secret on what knowledge you've gained. Well, that is if you don't look at chat. Because you see, knowledge is gained by killing other players. You don't gain the knowledge you lose, but you gain new crafting recipes you didn't have before, like TNT or crafting blaze powder. There's 3 tiers to this. The first tier lets you craft shields, and the second tier lets you craft TNT and end crystals, and the third and final tier lets you craft blaze powder. That's all the mechanics in the game, but there's other things I'd like to mention. The server spans out to 4,000 blocks, but shrinks every recording by 125 blocks until it reaches spawn, where players will be forced into a deathmatch, and the last player or team standing will win. Certain villagers are disabled, which are toolsmiths, armorers, and fletchers. Anvils and enchanting tables cannot be crafted, and there's only one enchanting table, and that is at world spawn. You cannot break it or even add bookshelves near it. This way, players can't get too overpowered. And lastly, netherite ingots are just not obtainable. And that's all the things you need to know about Knowledge SMP. A server that anyone can conquer, if chosen the right tactics.